Okay. All right. Good to go. What's going on, everyone? Goddrifter here, and welcome back to another CarX livestream. This is livestream number 93, and yeah, 93. I've done 93 live streams of this, and yeah, this is gonna be interesting. It is literally a two. It's like two single edition basically. So literally, normally we have themes of which vehicles is gonna be being driven for today. But this time, this is gonna be an interesting thing. So it is, well, it's quite obvious, judged by the way the vehicle looks. We're going with wide bodies this time, and specifically, we're going Veilside versus Rocket Bunny. Basically, two of the most popular brands for people to go around and wide buying. So, in a bit of context, Veilside was founded in around the 1990s, and it was known for its 1,000 horsepower Supra, its 800 horsepower GTR, and not to mention, it was the partnership of the Fast and the Furious franchise, which has more likely one. See, yeah, the first four films actually featured cars that had featured a lot of the cars that have Veilside kits. With as the first one is Dom's RX-7, and yeah, it's basically Dom's RX-7 and Johnny Chan's S2000. When it comes to Too Fast and Furious, it was Suki's S2000, and I do believe that's about it because I do remember correctly. Slapjack's Supra is TRD kit. The Orange Juice is actually I forgot which bike kit that one was. And then the Skyline was a COS kit. Third movie, every single car had a Veilside kit. That included the Mitsubishi Evo 8, the Mazda RX-7, the 350Z that DK drove, and I think that's the majority. That's like the majority of the cars in the movie, as well as that NSX that many people forgot that was in the movie. And for those who are wondering, wait, NSX? Which one? It's like, and majority may not notice because it was like a background type car, but it was that bright yellow. It yeah, that bright yellow, wide-bodied kit that looks exactly like a supercar, but the only difference being that it actually is an NSX with a Veilside Fortune body kit, and even some of the bike kits there, um, and that was in the game, like they have yeah, Tokyo Drift actually has a game, and they feature a lot more Veilside kits such as the Supra, the Eclipse, etc. Um, Fourth movie, the only car that has the Veilside kit was the WRX, and that was about it. And then the fifth movie onwards, it was just a full-on action film. But yeah. So more than likely, like so, basically, we have a lot of vehicles to work with here. So, and then in terms of the Rocket Bunny kits, they were already well known because of SEMA. So, yeah, the first vehicle that I'm going to be driving for today is a Rocket Bunny or a Pandem Mazda MX-5 Miata. So, We're going to go to the room list, and we're going to create this lobby. Excuse me. But I'm finna get the Miatas out of the way since well, no one's gonna bother. Like, he's just driving around the Mazda Miata, and I feel like, and man, it's gonna be cloudy. It's been cloudy for like 2 days in a row. I don't know what is happening. All right, drink of the day. It is a different type of shake this time. It's cookies and cream, but it's also banana caramel and a mixture of chocolate chips and cinnamon seasoning. So there's that. It actually is really good, and it smells like Oreos. So there's that. But the thing about Rocket Bunny slash Pandem, it's Pandem in the U.S. versus Rocket Bunny is the fact that for to even literally um there are plenty of vehicles that a lot of people buy, but uh the reason why Rocket Bunny actually was like in the map in the first place was because of the introduction to the twins or triplets in my case, basically the Toyota 86, the Scion FRS, and the Subaru BRZ. Um, and yeah, all three of them have Rocket Bunny kits that some people may have noticed, but others were like, okay, yeah, it's not gonna be like that for the most part. So yeah, for the most part, it was pretty interesting to say the least. Um, but then again, I literally just thought about it, and I actually wanted to do a convertible type episode, but and again, um, half the cars are cars you can not half cars, but like literally the 10% of the cars you can actually convert into convertibles, such as this, which is already a convertible in the first place. The 350Z, and really enough the Toyota Supra, specifically the A90. Um, but I decided, like, you know what? Due to the fact that it was like the top secret episode um was literally last Monday, I was like, you know what? We're going with two brands this time because there's a whole lot of Rocket Bunny, and there's like literally a little bit of Veilside. Even the 350Z doesn't have a Veilside kit, which is probably the odd one of them all. And see, if anything, like the only body kit I knew that was for the 350Z that I actually do recognize was the Amuse kit. But the thing about it is that the Amuse kit is basically well, it's not that it's just there. It's the fact that it is difficult to actually notice a body kit like that. But it does kind of have a pseudo-esque Rocket Bunny kit, but I don't think that one will count because that bike kit looks like it belonged to the Ben Supra company, which is in and of itself pretty interesting. All right. Let's see, what else did it... Oh, I know, actually, no, I thought about it. The 350Z, I actually do wish the 350Z had more bike kits than just the Amuse kit, the Ben Sopar looking kit, and there was that one kit, but I do believe, if I remember correctly, that it was a render, turned to a real life wide body, which made it look like a Porsche 935, is what it's called. Um, aka the Porsche with the bumper headlights is basically what it is. Oh my god, okay, the lag. Oh my god. So, yeah, for the most part, if you guys are new to the channel, hello, I'm known as Goddrifter247sun Productions. Um, I do things that, well, let's see, in terms of my channel, what I do, well, I mostly focus on racing game content, but I'm also really good at, really good at explaining the backstory with custom characters that I made, and not to mention, I'm also a Let's Player, so, yeah, if it's comes to that, then I'm pretty sure it's like, okay, I do have a lot of racing game content, but I also do a whole bunch of Let's Plays. Um, so for those that are wondering what's currently on in terms of Let's Plays, um, right now the most oncoming one is Goddrifter2 Rage Burst, and I think that's about it. Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat X will return in the once Goddrifter2 is finished. And then in terms of Resident Evil, well, obviously I'm hoping to finish that during Halloween. Which, keep in mind, Resident Evil is a really, really difficult game to actually. Um, it's not a really difficult game to play, but it's the fact that I had to look up a guide, and even the guide is confused on what to do. So, Resident Evil, it's on hold for now. It's the fact that it's a really difficult game to actually do a let's play of. I mean, I don't really mind, but it's the fact that it's so difficult to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure a lot of people that played the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3 had a much better time than me let's playing um, Resident Evil 1. So, there's that. Oh jeez. Alright. My god. Alright. I am actually going to, about to switch cars anyway, and about to switch maps as well. Um, hmm. Then again, I don't know if I should actually, use the other, Miata, um, I said, before I go any further, um, let me change something with the. Okay, no, okay, we're good. I was like, wait, let me change something about the Super. I was like, oh wait, no, we're okay. Whew. All right. Okay, so the next Rocket Bunny car is the Panther M5, aka the Mazda Miata for 2015, the ND. Um, okay, so we're going. Actually, it's been a while since I've done East Toge. I'll probably do that once I'm done finishing using the Miata. But yeah, we're going back to Springstone for this one. Um, hmm. All right. Yo, hey, welcome to the live stream. Oh my god. Are you guys able to join? Yes, you guys are able to join, but the thing about it is that due to the fact that joining, let's see, basically it's really difficult for people to join lobby for some reason. I don't know what it is, but every time I tell them what to do, in terms of how to join, apparently they can't find the lobby. So normally it's basically it is. I said let me type this in so that way you guys are able to join in without any problems. And I'll put in the pinned comment. So just give me a moment. Okay. And pin the comment. There we go. All right. So, oh, and also be sure to be sure to be an American server because that is that is the type of lobby I usually drift in, and yeah, that's basically it. That's all it is. Just try to find the lobby and make sure you're in the oh yeah, first thing first, be sure you're in the American server. Then try typing it in, and if you can't find it still, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm on PS4. Yes, I am on PS4, but don't worry. Cross-platform. Um, basically, the cross-platform multiplayer is actually on. So, for those that are on Xbox or on PC, you guys might be able, or actually, heck, even people on Switch, you might be able to join. So, yeah, there shouldn't be anything to worry about. So, um, what else is there? Oh, yeah, so normally when it comes to this sort of live stream like this, except for any other live streams, I usually talk about certain topics, certain racing cliches, yeah, basically, racing tropes, etc. But there are other things I like to talk about, such as the history of the vehicle that I actually wanted to talk about for today, and a game that I played as a childhood in a full-on nutshell. So, yeah, it's basically kind of like that for the most part. And this type of thing usually happens every 30 minutes. So, be sure if you guys don't want to hear me talk, then you could just turn your phone down or turn your computer down, because who knows they probably be like, oh my god, just stop talking about this vehicle. It's like, I can't. This is my motivation. And not to mention, I feel like a teacher when I start talking about stuff like this. Okay, so I'm thinking of actually switching vehicles after this lap, and also keep in mind I will be switching cars pretty much often um, to see if I can actually get something better. So alright, okay, so 70 grand. That's not bad for drifting at least 2 to 3 laps. That's not bad. Um, oh, I completely forgot about this car. Okay, this is weird because I'm like, wait, how did I miss? No, no, never mind. The. I forgot about the Train 11. Jesus, I forgot those two have Rocket Bunny kits as well, but not one of them are actually equipped with said bike kit, because I actually prefer the other variant. Um, hmm. Wait, no, actually no. This is the that's the TRD kit, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is the TRD kit. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay, let me check the. Let me check the other 8.6 and see. Yep, yep. I knew it. I knew it. The 8.6 and the M. Yes, yeah. The 8.6 coupe and the M3 E30 actually have I see. Specifically, the E30 has a Phantom kit, while the other ones well, the A6 has a Rocket Bunny kit, so it should be all right. All right. So right after, okay, so basically right after the M3 and the 8.6, I can probably switch to a different vehicle. Um, okay, yeah, Finn still. I'll keep up with it. Actually, hmm, I really just thought about this. What about the Navarro base? Like, I have yet to wait. No, excuse me. Kami Road, LA Block. Man, there's so many tracks the thing is, there's so many tracks I actually go for, but I think West Coast Arena should work. And then in terms of wait, evening 7 o'clock, evening 8 o'clock p.m. They're both they okay. I feel like both of them are full on nighttime type mess basically. So yeah, it should be all right. All right. Huh. Okay, for E30, this is I won't say for E30 this just moves, but I was like, wait, I just realized I'm hitting against the wall. But this is probably, Jesus, this is probably the smooth. This is probably the most smoothest car to drift with without any problems. And this is the reason why you, this is the reason why you practice with yeah, this is the reason why you practice with the with using cinematic camera, not just because you're like, oh yeah, I want to look good while drifting, but the other reason being it's like, oh yeah, there we go, you finally got it. It's like, okay. What the heck? For real? A freaking course. It's because. Oh, what kind of? Wow. Okay. I see how it is. First and foremost, I'm in a class 1 car. He's in a class. He's in a freaking. He's in a Supra. Disqualified. I was honestly very. Actually, in fact, why in the world he challenged me in the first place? Oh my god. He's like, I challenge you to a race. It's like, my guy, we're here just to chill, alright? My freaking god. Then again, I do remember a lot of people go for maps like this because of it's usually used as a competition type thing. Even though that East Toge actually has the same thing, but it also has a oh yeah, of all things, East Toge actually has not only a full-on drift course, but it also has like a mountain pass type thing going on. So, yeah, in the end, it's basically it's like they behold the West Coast Arena. Like this is like that's East Toge. It's like what? Yeah, it's East Toge. No, it's not. It's like yeah, it's East Toge except over American. Yeah, over American. It's like. This is like. Oh, what the? God dang! Can a beamer drift in peace? Over here with your Lambo. Oh my god. I'm being bullied by a Huracan. What the heck is this? Oh snap, okay, so in terms of today's racing cliche, I actually wanted to talk about what's that called? Oh, okay. Basically, Alright, so follow me on this one. You decided to actually finally get the best car that you can afford right now. You ended up spending a whole lot of money on it, and you actually end up with a decent car. But then you take it to an online race, and your stats, you look at your stats, and look at the other car stats, and you saw that it's actually they're on par. But why was he faster? Well, that is a thing called, well, see, what they did is, long story short, their stats didn't matter. That's the reason why. This fact, and I am not keen on this, but a lot of racing games were guilty of this. Forza, Need for Speed, heck, even Gran Turismo. Like, if both cars have the same amount of stats, and apparently the other vehicle is faster, then something is definitely wrong. Rubber banding? No, that's a different thing entirely. And keep in mind, it's not the rubber banding I'm talking about. I'm talking about two other vehicles in the same class that are two vehicles are fully maxed out, only to have the vehicle be beaten by a type of vehicle, and they're both maxed out. So yeah, this is a really good example. Basically the X classes in Forza. And for those wondering, from what I've recalled, X class is preferred to the vehicle fully maxed out on stats. That's also including engine. That's including the engine swapping and fully building up the vehicle and getting the best of everything. We're talking full-on engine swapped, twin turboed, and making more than likely over 1,000 horsepower, and the car being around X class and fully lightweight, but only to figure out that the bone shaker was probably faster than anything that it touches. So yeah, it's one of those cars. It's one of those things where you actually notice. And unlike the meta cars, which, keep in mind, these type of vehicles are unfortunately maxed out around that stat. Which, I mean, can you blame them? I mean, seriously, the Regura in both Need for Speed Payback and Need for Speed Heat are fully maxed out of the box, which, keep in mind, that's like 400 plus / 399, and it's kind of one of those where it's like, okay, you got the vehicle, but what can you do with it? And maxing out is not gonna cut it, since the car came out maxed out. So there are other games that did this, such as well, for one, the Midnight Club Los Angeles, which every single car that you touch becomes either a B class or A class because of fully upgraded, because why the heck not? And the other vehicle being and unfortunately the bikes actually beat the absolute mess out of those exotics and everything it touches as well. So basically, this is what I like to call. I like to call the power level of racing games, the full-on racing stats, and that also includes vehicles having like the speed, acceleration, and handling. The heck's wrong with the 8.6 noise? Okay, that's totally not a weird sound coming from the vehicle. There are other, there are other other games that actually did this, such as Midnight Club, Burnout, and weirdly enough, Juiced. Specifically both Juiced and Juiced 2. And fellas are wondering, wait, what about Street Racing Syndicate? We don't talk about the cringiness of what is Street Racing Syndicate, especially since, I kid you not, fun fact, I didn't bother buying Street Racing Syndicate until I was literally, yeah, I was freaking literally 20 years old when I actually got, when I eventually got on Street Racing Syndicate. And the reason being is, well, long story short, keep in mind, I actually wanted the game, but unfortunately I was like 8 or 9 or 10, and, well, let's just say that that game actually almost, well, that game would have killed me if I actually got that game once I'm on the age of 11 or 12. Yeah, that totally wasn't gonna happen. And then I got a couple of years later, I was like, oh, okay, the customization isn't bad. It's just wish there was more of it. But yes, basically that's basically what it is. But yeah, some stats may have interest most people, but a lot of times the stats actually do speak true. It's just that, unfortunately, it actually is. Unfortunately, it's outdone by the full-on freaking ranking system of all things. And yeah, that's the only problem I had with modern games these days. Is the fact that that everything is locked behind a ranking system. That's like, oh yeah, your car is 400 plus, but your car is a little bit slower than your average Lambo or Ferrari. It's like, what's the point of that? What in the world? Like, what's the point of actually having this rating if it's not gonna speak true? In fact, there's a YouTuber that I kind of watched a long time ago. He was known as Cray G, and he actually said something that I didn't even think about, and it's the fact that there should have been a weight stat as well, which that is actually a good idea, because if you think about it, a lot of these cars, we don't know how much these machines weight, but if you combine the weight of the vehicle along with how much power the car makes, even if it's engine swapped, then it will be a fair competition. Like, that makes sense. But I think the best way I could describe these stats is, and this is going to break everyone else's insanity, but the best game that I can think of that actually does stats a lot more better than the other games these days was, you gotta be sure when I say this, but Need to Speed Carbon actually did stats the best. The reason being is because of two things. One of which being the class system. It's not just class system, but the tier system as well. Class system ranges from tuners, muscles, and exotics. The tuners have the best handling, but they they sacrifice top speed basically it's sacrifice top speed for handling. Most of the cars are the gods of acceleration, but they sacrifice handling. You want to do some things, dude? Oh crap! No, what was I? Oh yeah. But yeah, it turns out the other vehicles, the exotics, they sacrifice acceleration for top speed. Wait, no. Actually, no. Here's the thing. Tuners are the kings of handling. The muscle cars are the gods of acceleration, and the exotics are full-on emperors of top speed. So literally, um, these three categories actually excelled in those kind of categories. Period. Now, you wondering, how do I know this? Because I played two variants of Need to Be Carbon. Specifically, both Need to Be Carbon on the PS2 and on the PS3. Now, this may sound weird because, well, I played both variants of Need to Be Carbon. Is there any difference? Well, yes and no. Yes, being that the vehicle, well, for the most part, uh, the game had in-game cutscenes, and not to mention it has, not mention itself, two racers that you're racing against, because obviously, well, three if you're by yourself. Well, yeah, with PS2 it's 4 racers, with the PS3 it's full-on 8. And not to mention, there's online play, which unfortunately got shut down around 2014, because, well, GameSpy. But man, GameSpy was still around. But then again, I don't blame them for actually closing down due to everything being like, oh yeah, let me just you know, have people well on making their own accounts in terms of where everything was. So there's that. But Jesus Christ, dude, 4 people? My God. My goodness. Holy crap, dude. Okay. 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 I think I'll be switching vehicles right there, but yeah, the pros of actually having stats in racing games is the fact that, basically, as long as you know what you're doing in terms of the stats, you probably can convince some people, but, if there's like a meta vehicle that everyone's actually gonna use, don't be surprised they figure out it's like, oh, because the stats are broken. But the downside is about the cons of actually having stats in racing games. The fact that these stats, well, they can be deceiving, and they could just pull a Dragon Ball Z where, and there's a Vegeta saying this, but Parallels are bored. But yeah, that's all I got for stats in racing games. I think like after this, I'm already going to be changing to Class 2 cars now, because honestly the majority of the cars on Class 1 are full-on Rocket Bunny are full-on Rocket Bunny kits. But wait a minute. What's the other vehicles? And you guys are probably wondering, wait, what were the other 86? Well, that's the thing. The other 86 doesn't even have that kit, which I was actually surprised about. Um, so does the so does the two Ladas that are in the that are in class 1. Because keep in mind, this is a Russian game, so I'm not surprised. Ah, crap. All right. Holy crap, dude. All right. Crap, crap. Oh my god. I knew I full on well, I already knew that's gonna happen, so I might to switch cars anyway. Ay, ay, ay. Ugh. Okay. Alright, so the next vehicle, so in terms of the rendering variants of the bike kits, is, because the Eclipse has a bike itself based off of Rocket Bunny as well as the Supra, but the thing is, those two are renderings, the thing is, I pretty much would do both of them if they're real kits, but right now they it's just that they're just renderings. So yeah, up next, I am pretty sure going to regret drifting this because it's been outside drifting the E36. Um, and the thing is, like, a lot of people are literally just getting the 328, 335 items because, like, oh yeah, this is the new drift platform, and it's going to have effect on and this car is going to be affected by drift tax. God bring it dang the drift tax. Shoot, it's just like, alright, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. It's not that bad. Not that bad, they say. And then they figure out, it's like, oh wait, these cars are ridiculously expensive for what they are. It's like, they're 328 eyes. Heck, even a M3 would have been a lot more cheaper than a 328 eyes. Like, what the heck? And the reason being, because they just the absolute mess out of them. Like, can you blame them? Oh god. Jeez, thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Then again, now I saw about it, the NSX is the only car I know that has a Velside kit, but it's just like it's not there, and it's weird that the NSX actually has a Velside kit, but it's not in the game for some reason. Actually, no. Actually, I find it weird that the 350Z didn't have said Velside kit. My goodness, yeah, it's gonna drive me insane once in a while. It's like, wait a minute, how in the world did the NSX and the 350Z didn't have a Rocket Bunny kit? Not Rocket Bunny, have a Velside kit, but the RX-7, the RX-8, and do believe the G35 does for some reason, one way or another. It's like, oh yeah, they actually had those kits. Totally forgot about that. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah, I'd switch cars. I just can't. I can't with I can't with the E36. My goodness. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not cloud anymore. Okay, I'm good. um. Okay, so let's switch things. Um. Okay, so if we go with the my well my I would say my 240SX, but it is a still 80 in the end of it. So there's that. Now, for in those are in other places that are not in the U.S. We have these as 240SXs. Um, we had, in terms of which variant though, we had these as both coupe and hatch models. The only difference between these two is the roof. Basically, well, see, that's not the roof, but the entire body. Because both of them are S13s, but one is called, well, the chassis of it is called S13, but the 240SX, aka the 180SX, was known by its chassis code, the RPS13. So, um, yeah, there's basically vehicles like that, but for other places, these were known as either the 180SX, the 200SX, or simply in terms of the US, the 240SX. But the reason why they were called 200SXs in the first place is because of, well, its engine, the SR20, the 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 go-to engine for any S chassis, believe it or not. Um, 3240, come on. Ah, that was very close. But in terms of in terms of the other variant, the other S13, we had that as a 240SX as well. But in other places, this was known as the Sylvia. Um, I was actually Here's the thing. I was shocked when I first knew that the Sylvia was an S13, but which was the same exact variant as the 240SX. But the difference being is the fact that both S13s are different bodied type vehicles. One of them is a coupe and the other one is a hatch. The other one has fixed headlights, the other one has pop-up headlights. But in terms of the US variant, we basically technically we have a Sylvia, but it was in the form of the 240SX coupe. Basically, the same thing that the JDBS is driving, but the only difference being is that it has pop-up headlights instead of fixed headlights, which I don't mind. I mean, then again, Tokyo Stream Racer just to call it a 1-via, which is like, oh yeah, it's an inside joke because we had these as 240SXs, but it was called a 1-via in Japan. So I guess the win-win. You never know. Oh my god, okay. Shoot. We're okay. Alright, I'm about to switch cars again. I'm going through as many cars as possible, as humanly quick as possible, because it's like, okay, these cars are going to be, there's going to be a whole lot of cars as either Rocket Bunny or Velside. Now, if I remember correctly, so 240, uh, do, do, do. Okay, so Lynx has a Rocket Bunny, but it also has a Pandem kit. Um, and yes, that's actually the true color of this car. So let me just unequip the Rocket Bunny kit real quick in favor of this bike kit. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, so yeah, unfortunately they actually updated so that unfortunately you can't even save a clean looking livery for the vehicle, and it just had like that for the most part. So yeah, this is actually gonna be the first Velside vehicle that I'm going to be drifting around for today, which is the RX-8. And like I said, this basically is a 1v1 between Velside and Rocket Bunny. Unfortunately, not all the cars have Rocket. I see a lot of cars have Rocket Bunny kits, but in terms of the Velside kits, only three of them are in the game, which is the RX-7, the RX-8, and the G35. Yeah, just those three. Hmm. And see, here's an interesting fun fact. I never been in the RX-8 before. In fact, the only cool car I've been in was a Nissan Duran ZX Z31, which is the 80s model, 300 ZX. So in terms of what vehicle I'm going to be talking about today, it is one of those icons that you literally see around the 1990s, and unfortunately, it actually ended around the 2010s. And this car has been in every single. It's basically it was the cover of every single racing game you could possibly think of, and not to mention, the car came with a freaking V10. And not to mention, the car was also designed by Lamborghini, which, yeah, if you have a Lamborghini and you have a V10, well, you guys already know what kind of car I'm talking about. But I actually not gonna, well, actually I'm not gonna talk about this any further. But today, today's vehicle history, we're gonna be taking a look at the Dodge Viper. So, in terms of the Dodge Viper story, we had to go all the way back, and I mean all the way back to the 1990s. Well, long story short, in the 1990s, the Chrysler Corporation literally almost got bankrupted. And due to the fact that majority of the cars that they sell were either mediocre or just straight out bad, they were thinking of they need something. that would get their attention for the public, and they thought of this. Oh yeah, let's see what we have here. Okay. Hmm. How many cylinders can we fit in that vehicle? A V8? I mean, how many cylinders do you think we can fit? Try using 10. 10 cylinders? Are you kidding, boss? You sure you want to keep the job? Yes, I want to keep the job, but how are you going to fit 10 cylinders inside the vehicle? Don't worry, I got a plan. So they took the V10 out of the Dodge Ram and they actually made it into a aluminum block, naturally aspirated 8-liter. Wait, no, is it 8-liter or 6-liter? I can't remember, but it is a whole behemoth of a V10 that made around 495 horsepower. Which, keep in mind, that's a lot for a 90s car. And a bit of context, the highest horsepower that a Lamborghini has, well, is around 500, which is basically 5 horsepower more than your average Dodge Viper. Keep in mind, we're talking about the first gen though, so long story short, no ABS, no ABS, no traction control, and basically, yeah, long story short, your only terms of traction control is your feet. Which, actually, we end up already having a Widowmaker in the US, and it's called the Dodge Viper. Now, if I was wondering, the heck's a Widowmaker? Well, it's actually the exact vehicle that actually, when husbands bought vehicles like this, they either crashed or they end up dying because of, well, because of the crash. And not to mention, the vehicle was already dangerous of itself, even outside the car. And I'm not kidding when I say this, but every single time that someone actually gets in, the driver accidentally presses the gas pedal and thus flames come out. So let's just say that the vehicle itself was interesting, and it was to the point where they actually tried to get into the list of people that wanted to actually buy this car. And then the 90s came, well, not 90s, but basically the first gen came and went, and we were introduced to the second generation. And this one is the first ever variant of the Viper that came up with the ACR. Basically, the ACR stands for the American Club Racer, which actually has Bilstein suspension, Brembo brakes, and an aero kit that actually makes the first gen Viper jealous. So yeah, not to mention for those that are wondering, yes, I am definitely talking about the second generation, which is the reason why a lot of people wanted that as their dream car for the most part. Anyway, so it actually gotten a bit of a bump up, so it went from however liters that the first gen Viper had to, let's just say it came with like 8-liter V8, not V8, 8-liter V10. Sorry about that. And that one made a bit more power than the last gen the first gen Viper. That being said, the vehicle itself was interesting to say the least. And for many people that are wondering, of all the Viper colors I liked, I do like me a simple GTS blue. In fact, the GTS was probably the most, basically the GTS is probably the most iconic variant of the Dodge Viper other than the ACR. And the best part is the ACR came in fully black, while the GTS came in either red and white, blue and white, yellow and black and silver. So basically the quadfecta of the colored stripes, and you can actually get the Viper without the stripes, which also even though it has a clean look, a lot of people just prefer the striped ones anyway. Uh, so it was bye bye 90s variant of the Dodge Viper, and we got into 2003. And not to mention, a lot of the racing games, a lot of other racing games actually had a chance to actually take a look at said Dodge Viper, and let's just say they're intrigued. In fact, they had they got the Viper got the curiosity. Now it has their interest, and the reason being, well, it's because of the Dodge Viper being that well, have you ever heard of the GTSR? Yeah, the GTSR was a concept car around 2001, and it was basically an aggressive looking wide body Dodge Viper that I am not trying to say it is was pretty much OP in any racing game you could think of. That included Test Drive Overdrive, yeah, Test Drive Overdrive. Um, shoot, what else is there? Gran Turismo 3, and even Midnight Club. Yeah, Midnight Club actually featured this car, but they, oh jeez, they refused to actually use the actual Viper instead. Um, so yeah, it's actually not that bad, believe it or not. But yeah, other than that, it actually was a pretty interesting vehicle to actually take a look at. But yeah, the third gen Viper, it did kind of well. Unfortunately, the vehicle only came with well, a soft top, which was like of all the things I felt about it, it was meh. So yeah, third gen didn't last long. It only lasted around 2 years, and then in 2005, the fourth gen actually came out, and well, let's just say it wrecked shop. And I'm not joking when I say that. Basically, they went back to the back to the back basically they went back to square one and wondering what made the first and second generation perfect while the third generation wasn't. Well, it's quite simple really. It was because of the Dodge Viper being that that a lot of people didn't want it as a convertible. They wanted it as a coupe with the stripes, and it had crazy power, and not to mention it sounded good for a V10. So yeah, the fourth generation came out around 2005, and it ended around 2012. Wait, no, 2011. My mistake. um, but the reason being is that Jesus, on my nose. Sorry about that. The reason for that is because of, well, for one, they have many variants such as the original, the SRT10, the ACR, and heck, they even have like a final edition variant of the Dodge Viper. And for those wondering, what about the third generation? The fourth generation? Well, for the fourth generation, I gotta go with Snakeskin Green, but the GTS Blue is still my favorite. But yeah, that mess all ended once. It was just a final edition of the coupe. There was also a convertible variant, and there was even a what's that called? Yeah, basically the coupe, the convertible, and even the ACR model actually had a final edition variant of the final variant of said vehicle. What else is there? Oh, jeez. That was oh yeah. So was wondering, okay, what else was there? Because that's not all the Dodge Vipers. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm getting at. In terms of 2011, 2012, the Dodge Viper just went missing. In fact, it went missing for the entirety of 2 years until 2013. The Dodge Viper returns with a new body and a new brand. Yeah, SRT Viper. Believe it or not. I was wondering, okay, what makes the SRT Viper special? Well, obviously, it's not just the name, but it was a 5th gen Dodge Viper. And, interesting enough, these, let's see, these 5th gen Vipers are menacing. And we're talking 8.4 liter V10, which made around, and I can't even say this, 605 horsepower. Which, a bit of context, the Lamborghini Huracan that released, I do believe it was released around a year, but it was a concept. Wait, no, I'm talking about the Huracan. The Gallardo, my bad, came with 900, came with 598 horsepower, which that's 2 more horsepower than the Dodge Viper. And my God, the reason why it was very popular because of how freaking menacing it was, especially if you have a 5th gen Viper that came with flat black. Yeah, flat black of all things. And yeah, it was pretty interesting to say the least. But my God, it looks so good in matte black. And also that was like my favorite 5th gen Dodge Viper color. Um, but yeah, basically, long story short, it was one of those vehicles that you didn't realize how cool it was until it was actually gone. And yeah, it was really interesting to say the least. They have a SRT Viper GTS, which is quite obvious. There is the T8, the Atomic Attack Edition. There is also, well, that one actually came with another color competition, orange. And then there is also the ACR, which, believe it or not, it was cool, to say the least. But, yeah, the last variant of the Dodge Viper came around in 2017, and the last Viper sold around that time came in the first red that came with said first gen Dodge Viper. And yeah, before the blue, it was originally red, so there's that. But yeah, that's basically it. And also, unfortunately, we don't know what's gonna happen with the 6th gen Dodge Viper because, for one, the electric motors are being built every single day, which unfortunately we can't ignore the fact that this is going to change everything, and always gonna be that old person that was like, man, I remember back in the day, well, there were some really cool cars back then, which has soul, but these electric machines, they're freaking soulless and stuff. It's like, yeah, we can't blame you for that one. But yeah, that's basically the history of the Dodge Viper. You guys thought I was talking about the Evo, huh? Don't worry, that'll be next Monday. So, uh, there's that. Oh, guys, cloudy again. What the heck is going on here? All right. Um. I like how it says keep drifting fun banner, even though the actual sticker is not even there. Shoot. Anyways, I'm actually going to I'm not gonna be changing cars, but I'm actually going to change actually going to make a different lobby entirely. Ah, Jesus. Okay. Okay. So um I'm not making that mistake twice. Forget that mess. But we're going to get into the second Veilside vehicle, being the G35. And you guys probably scratching your heads right now about, wait, I thought this was, I thought you made this into Smoking the God's G35. But the thing about it is the fact that, um, is that unfortunately they don't have that bike could actually bike could actually um want to see around that time. So literally, it was iffy at best, to say the least. And if those are wondering what talking about literally the bike kit that the G35 came with. Specifically, it was three. One of which being one of them being based off the one of them based off of Liberty Walk, the other one being based off of Veilside, and the other one being like a stock kit. So, is that anyways, honestly, new lobby with but man, it's been on since I actually drifted East Toge. I think like I do believe the last time I actually drifted around East Toge was, I think, around okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I actually drifted around this track. But, so I already got racing cliches about racing cliches and the vehicle history out of the way. And so the last the last thing I'll talk about is it's literally a basically child games in a nutshell. It's basically like that's what I like to call. Oh my god, come on, G35, come on. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. We're okay. We're okay. Oh god. Alrighty then. Shoot. Okay, there we go. Alright. But yeah, that was interesting to say the least. I got 2 out of the 3 Veilside gated cars. And unfortunately, the NSX may not be able to join in due to the fact that right now it is being a Liberty Walk kitted car, basically. So, yeah. I mean, can you blame me though? Um, DVDZ. Okay, yeah, we're going with the definitely going with acid green. All right, so basically, um, S333, FC, S13, S30, S14, FD. What else is there? Um, Rocket. Let's see. Rocket Bunny. Well, so I'll give me a moment. Okay, so you got Rocket Bunny, Rocket Bunny, Rocket Bunny, Rocket Bunny. Wait, no, Pandem. My bad. Wait, my bad. Sorry about that. Rocket Bunny, Pandem, Rocket Bunny, Pandem. Do 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 do. Rocket Bunny, Vilside. What else is there? Um, Rocket Bunny, I guess. Yeah, Rocket Bunny. Um, Rocket Bunny, and I do believe the last vehicle is gonna be the Yaris, because the Yaris is actually a Panem kit. And Nomad's also yeah, the Nomad's also a Rocket Bunny, has a Rocket Bunny kit. So yeah, it's basically a whole lot left basically. So yeah, it's not gonna be that bad, hopefully. So yeah, many people didn't bother going with the ruthless option. The reason why with the ruthless option is because like you rarely see topless 350Zs with Rocket Bunny kits, and a lot of people normally go for the coupe models. But oh my god, oh jeez, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I'm totally getting pulled over for this. Hmm. Actually, shading change. Okay, so we're going with wait. What's the evening like? Oh, okay. Okay. Um, Lincoln on progress. Okay, that makes sense. That's pretty cool to say the least. Alright. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best shading. I say, yeah, I actually do like this idea of you can actually change the shading of the day to like certain times, like for example, you can change from the afternoon to the evening, or you can actually change the evening to full on morning, believe it or not, and then morning to the afternoon. This is yeah, I actually do like I did like this idea. I actually really do. Um, all right. Shoot, 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 shoot. Oh, don't worry about the wheel. Actually, completely forgot to actually change it though. Oh god. All right. No. Okay, there you go. Shading change. All right, let's see what the morning looks like. Oh snap. Okay, I actually do like the way um I do like how morning I like okay. Something tells me that I like morning and afternoon more than the evening. Because like I don't mind the shading period. It's the fact that um is that when it comes to, like certain times of days, um like I don't mind here's the thing, I don't mind these things, but the thing about it is that Fruitivian literally this is actually one of those cases where um the more you actually figure out what to do with said vehicle is the fact that it gets pretty interesting to say the least. Alright, so up next we're grabbing the FC, and yes, the FC has a Rocket Bunny kit. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, let's gonna make this lobby. We're going with actually, let me change to Red Rock, cause I've been getting better at yeah, pretty much getting better at doing going for Red Rock a little bit more, because for most people, they feel like East Toge was used a little bit too much, and then they try to go as Red Rock, but Red Rock is actually in the same boat as East Toge. The only difference being that it's in the middle of nowhere. Not to mention it's a gas station where a lot of people can meet up. So it's not that bad. Oh my god. Of course, of all things that happens to me, I'm freaking lagging. Alright. I'm over here with an FC. And if you wasn't wondering, yes, the FD also has a Rocket Bunny kit and a Pandem kit. As well as a Veilsight kit. The RX-7 has all the kits, well, except for some classics, such as the COS kit, the Arya kit, and even the Feed kit for that matter. And if I wasn't wondering, what is like, wait a second, what is the Feed kit? Feed is known as Fujita Engineering actually made a bike kit for both FCs and FDs. Okay, so basically you have a four-door R34 and alright. Shoot, come on, no! My god, no, I thought about it. I have a lot of repinning to do once I'm done with the live streaming. Once I'm done with live streaming. But, yeah, other than that, it's interesting to say the least. Crap. Oh my god, this is actually getting interesting. Oh, you you went back to get a G35. Okay. I was wondering, like, what the heck's going on? Yeah, join. You can actually can. I'm actually gonna switch cars anyway, so give me a moment. For those that are still in the lobby, don't leave yet. I'm actually going to change cars. So yeah. For the most part, you can. Basically, just be sure to be an American server. Okay, there we go. So I got switched with the S13 coupe. That's not a hatch. That's a full-on coupe. Um, but you can actually join. Basically, it is independent comment. That's all you have to do. Just be sure to be an American server. That's basically it. Oh my god. I have a call. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So like I said in the chat, I might have to leave earlier than usual because I had to babysit my sister's kids while she does laundry. But don't worry, I will be able to actually stream again. Because I haven't done all the cars yet. So I've done that 7 Drew the S13 yet. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream so far. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next. You can follow me on Instagram at Goddrifter247sun Production. You can follow me on Twitter at G27S. And last but not least, you can check out and join my Discord at Goddrifter247sun Production Go to Museum. And without further ado, hope you guys have a dope Monday. This is Goddrifter signing off. I'll see you guys when I come back. Peace.